Hello, and welcome to Vision of You Healing and Activations. I'm Sarah. I'm your guide to all things transformation and supporting you as you take the steps on the journey towards becoming your true self. In today's recording, we're going to be doing a cord cutting visualization. This is great to use when you feel like there is someone in your life that is no longer serving you. Can be someone that's currently in your life that you are feeling like the relationship has run its course and you would like to release them with the utmost compassion and love and light. Can also be something that maybe someone from your past is still somewhat tugging on you, or maybe you're starting to have distant memories of this relationship and you feel like it's really just time to let this go so that you can clear out your energetic aura and you can create space for new vibrant and vital relationships to come into your life. So in this session, we are doing everything with care, compassion, love, generosity, and gratitude. And we're simply creating space in your energetic field by cleansing out old, stagnant cords, ties, relationships that you no longer need to be engaged in, releasing that, and setting the course to call in those new relationships that are ready to come into your life to serve you for the highest and most benevolent outcomes. So, with that being said, I invite you to find a comfortable seated position, or you can also lie down, your choice. And I want you to just take a few deep breaths as you close down your eyes to become centered and present in this moment. So, closing down your eyes, coming into contact with the support underneath you, bringing your awareness to your breath, and just noticing where the breath is showing up for you today. And when you're ready, take in a nice deep inhale in and release. And another nice deep inhale in, breathing fully in, allowing your ribcage to expand and release. And one more, biggest, deepest breath you're going to take, breathing in, fully expanding and release. Releasing and letting go so that you can be fully present in this moment, fully present in this session. And I invite you now in your mind's eye to imagine that there is a horizontal podium in front of you, almost like a equally balanced teeter-totter. And I want you to imagine that you can see this playing out in front of you. So almost like there's a movie playing on a screen, but I want you to imagine that you are standing at one side of this horizontal, perfectly balanced podium teeter-totter. And I want you to call in the person, the relationship that you are ready to let go of, that you are ready to cut the cords and release yourself from. And you don't have to say anything out loud, but just call out that person's name in your mind's eye, calling them in to come into this session. And I want you to imagine now that you have a beautiful, divine, illuminated, radiant orb of light surrounding you, 6 feet in all directions, with mirrors facing in, mirrors facing out on the outside of this orb. And selenite crystals are all around the outside of the orb. And then for whoever it is that you called in, you can state their name again in your mind's eye. Imagine that they too have this beautiful, radiant, divine light of orb of light surrounding them, with mirrors facing in, mirrors facing out, and selenite crystals all along the outside. And now I want you to begin to see that there's a larger orb of divine radiant light enveloping the two of you in a larger orb. So there's this larger orb, and then there's you on one side and the other person on the other side, fully contained in this beautiful orb. And this divine larger orb of light has mirrors facing in, mirrors facing out, as well as selenite crystals all around the outside of it as well. And I'm now calling in the ascended masters. I'm calling in the council of light. I'm calling in archangels Raphael, Gabriel, Uriel, and Michael to the 4 cardinal points. And I'm inviting in your spirit guides, any of your ancestors that would like to be a part of this session today, and any other beings of light that are working for your highest and best good on the other side. We're calling them in. And we're also doing the same for the person that you're working with. If they choose to, you may invite in, you can say their name again in your mind's eye, and you can invite in their guides, their angels, any of their ancestors, or anyone who is working for their highest and best good on the other side that would like to be a part of this session. And now that everyone is here that we need and that desires to be here to be a part of this session is here, we give thanks, blessings, and gratitude. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And we're now placing a containment orb to the right of this main orb. The containment orb also has mirrors facing in, mirrors facing out, selenite crystals on the outside. And this containment orb is simply here because energy cannot be created nor destroyed. It can only be transmuted. And so we're going to collect everything that we clear and put it into this containment orb so we can transmute it. So I want you to imagine now that you can see the cords that are extending from yourself into the other person. These can be cords, strings, whatever that looks like for you. And I want you to imagine that there is a giant pair of scissors that are coming down, and these scissors are cutting the cord in between the two of you. And it's just easy as cutting a piece of string, and now you can see that this cord has been disconnected and it's falling down to the ground. And as it does, it's turning into ash. And I want you to imagine that the ash is just dropping right down into this containment orb that we've created. It's like a little trash can. So everything is going to fall into this containment orb, into this trash can. This cord is disintegrating and it's all falling in. And there could be more than one cord as well. So just see whatever is coming through in your mind's eye is perfect. So just see everything disintegrating into ash and going into this containment orb. And then I want you to, when the cord gets to your body, I want you to imagine that you are taking your hand almost like you're pulling the root system of a weed out of the dirt, or you're unplugging an electrical cord from the socket. I want you to pull that cord out from wherever it is in your body. And you may need to do this in multiple areas. It just depends. But wherever the cord or cords are, pull all of those out, gather them in your hands, and put them in the containment orb. And then I want you to imagine in your mind's eye that the person that is across from you is doing the same. You're both releasing yourselves from this contract that was created between the two of you. It is no longer needed. It is null and void. And you're placing everything into the containment orb. So all the way from the root system, this is unplugging from both of your bodies and whatever locations, and everything is being disintegrated into ash, and it's all going into the containment orb. I'm just going to give a moment or two to allow that to happen. So just see everything going into the containment orb. Our clearing is now complete, and so we are going to seal this containment orb. So we're sealing the containment orb, and we are sending it to the central sun for transmutation into pure divine Holy Mother Father white light. So we are seeing this containment orb lift off and fly out into the cosmos, up into outer space, going all the way to the galactic core, to the central sun. It's being received and it's being transmuted back into pure divine Holy Mother Father White light. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And now I want you to bring your attention back to your body and your orb and the person that you just did the clearing with in their orb. And I want you to imagine that there is beautiful, divine, radiant light streaming down from the cosmos, coming all the way down through the top of your head and the other person's head. You can state their name in your mind's eye. And I want you to just imagine that this light is pouring down into each of you, completely filling you back up, almost like backfilling the spaces that we created, because we don't want to leave any energetic holes. We're going to fill these back in with divine Holy Mother Father light. And so just imagine that that's coming in now and it's filling up your body. But while it does, it's also filling in these holes or these gaps that we've created by doing this clearing. And this clearing is now complete. We have severed all cords. We have disintegrated them, removed them, and sent them to the central sun for transmutation, purification, and a pure divine holy white light. And we have refilled your energetic body as well as the person across from you. You are divine, you are whole, you are illuminated, and you are reset back to your beautiful radiant light. And I want you to now imagine that the person across from you is released, and you can say in your mind's eye, "Thank you. I now release you. Thank you for everything that you have shown me. Thank you for everything that you have taught me." And then you can end simply with a short prayer of forgiveness, and you can say, "I'm sorry. Please forgive me. Thank you. I love you. You may go in peace." And then just see them in their orb, almost like a little bubble, just floating away. Away they go, completely floating out of the sight. Their guides and ancestors are following along with them. They're all waving back at you with so much gratitude and smiles on their faces as they go. And now I want you to imagine that you are surrounded by your beautiful divine guides in your own orb. And this orb, this radiant, brilliant, illuminated version of you is floating now back towards your body, coming back into your heart center. And it's just going to, it's almost like a little bubble just coming all the way in, all the way in, all the way into the center of your chest. And it's just going to shrink down. And this radiant version of you, this radiant, free, cleared version of you is now seated in your heart center with a beautiful smile. Your guides are surrounding you with so much love, so much radiant light, so much gratitude. And now we say thank you to the Ascended Masters. Thank you to the Archangels. Thank you to all of the guides and angelic beings that were a part of this session, that bore witness to this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So be it, and so it is. It is done, it is done, it is done. You have been cleared, you have been released, and you have been filled with the Holy Divine Mother, Father, White Light. Thank you for listening into this session. I hope you found it helpful. For more information, more guided visualizations, guided activations, hit subscribe, or you can always reach out to me through the website, www.visionofyou.com, and you can find out more information about the work that I do there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Sending you so much love, sending you so much light. Sending you so much gratitude as you journey forward on your transformation. Aho.